Hey folks, how's it going? We're gonna play some more Caves of Qud. Let's create a new character. As I've said some time ago, I want to kind of alternate between Esper or mutated Esper kind of characters and sort of melee focused characters. So yeah, let's go back to melee and let's create a new character. I'm gonna do a Truekin. And how about we do something different for a change? I've thought about, let's see, let's get that to 20, maybe 18, maybe also 20, let's have 18 strength, I think that works, 18 intelligence, 16 of that, maybe 19 strength, something like that. So something that I have not done in a long time was to play an agility based character. And I'm gonna try that now. How about that? That could be fun. So what we're gonna do is, since we're Truekin, we're mostly going to do short blades, as we're going to put our focus on agility. Probably dual wield. Yeah, dual wielded short blades, because with jab and stuff, short blades make the most sense when you dual wield them. I have not played a short blade character since the days of overpowered rejoinder. That's a long time ago. That was kind of when I started making these videos on YouTube. That was sort of the tail end of that being still viable, and afterwards that was nerfed, and I've not actually tried doing that again. And well, probably since we're going to go high agility, we're going to do either pistol or rifle, and we're going to do a lot with that. So that's going to be our main thing. How about that? Cool. Alright, so what's the agility thing? Here we go. +3 agility, +2 to saves versus bleeding. Flurry, offhand strikes, ambidexterity. Wilderness Lord Jungle. This is pretty awesome because we have basically the first 2 dual wield skills, and that's expensive, right? I think this is 100, 300 and 300, I think. Or no, 300 and 300. It is at least 600 skill points that we already have invested at the start, so this is actually a pretty good one to start out with. We don't have short blades yet, so we don't have a specialization in terms of weapons at this point, but we're gonna get there, we're gonna get there. Is there anything else? There could also be this one. That's short blade proficiency, steady hand pistol, weak spotter. Eunuch, yeah, that is kind of... it has already spry, this is also nice. The Eunuch would also be a possibility, but I think I'm going to, since we're doing short blades and dual wield, I think this is the best one for now. So how about we go do that, and let's see, what should we do here? I think there is... stabilizer arm locks. For the purpose of determining the accuracy with ranged attacks, your agility is treated as if it were 6 points higher. That could be cool. The question is whether that makes any sense if we're doing high agility anyways. So maybe not as a starting thing. There's the rapid release finger flexors, fire pistols 25% faster, that's kind of nice. Parabolic, that's throw range, yeah, fun. Hyperelastic ankle tendons, +6 move speed is kind of neat. Or we just do night vision to see in the dark. That would also be kind of neat, so we don't need to care that much about light sources, you know? You know what? Let's start with night vision. I think the other stuff is also good. I think this would be actually a... Maybe I should try that at a later point to use the stabilizer arm locks and see how well that works for shooting stuff. But let's start out with night vision. And choose starting location. We're going to start in Joppa. And let's see. You embark for the Caves of Qud. So, we have a vine weave tunic. We start out with 13 dodge value and 1 armor. We have a sun and moon mask and a panther's cloak. That's a decent start, actually. We have nothing on our head. We are carrying a willowy steel short sword and no other weapon. So, the steel short sword is cool. We should probably try to get another short sword for our left hand, with sandals on our feet and 1 salve injector. Okay, that's all right. Let's start out. Let's accept all the quests. Playing the beta? No, this is actually a stable version right now. Is there a new beta thing currently? Because all the stratification stuff has been phased into the main branch. So, a bunch of food in here, and a painted short bow. So, Marriage's Grace Antelope's Favor. This is a procedurally generated... artifact. But yeah, all the new creatures and stuff is now in the stable branch, so I thought I'd just go back to that. Yeah. I think that has been merged like last week. I think 2 feature Fridays ago. Okay. We're not really starting out with a... Let me see. Facial, some interesting food stuffs. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of these. Yeah. There's not much here. We should probably get... And we're going to find a bronze dagger pretty soon, or iron dagger. That should be rather easy. We're starting out rather weak. We don't have any... Yeah, we don't have any... we don't have any ranged weapon. We have 13 dodge value, but that's not going to do much. We're going to run into the dodge value problem, essentially. And so I don't know how long-term viable this character is. We're going to see. We're going to run into the problem where... You know, dodge value does not reduce damage. Dodge value just decreases the chance of you being hit. And that means that if you get bad RNG, especially with stronger enemies, you can essentially just get 1 hit. And like whenever I played a character with a focus on dodge value, that's what happened. So I'm kind of thinking about how to mitigate that. I'm probably not going to do dodge value at the expense of everything, of every bit of armor. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to equip dodge value decreasing armor, right? Otherwise, I'm going to try to have a little bit of armor as well to maybe do something about that. So night vision is active, so we can see a lot. That's nice. And yeah, let's be a bit careful here in going down here. There's a bronze short sword, so we can already equip that into our left hand, because again, we are starting out with offhand strikes and ambidexterity, which is really good. That's 25 agility. We're going to get there pretty soon, so that's nice. But I think our first stuff is going to go into getting short blade expertise. You know, there's also jab. Make offhand strikes twice as often. That's going to be good. jab, bloodletter, all this kind of stuff. Rejoinder has been changed a lot, but once per turn, when an opponent misses you with a melee attack, there's a 40% chance you make a free attack with a short blade you're wielding. That's still really good, actually. That still gives us a bunch of free attacks, but it's just once per turn. So it used to be unlimited. So if you were just standing in the middle, that's a long time ago, that's a few years ago actually, but in the old Caves of Qud and the ASCII version, it used to be that that was unlimited, so you go high dodge value, so the opponents would miss you a lot, and then you would just get millions of free attacks in, and just stand in the middle of a group of enemies, and you would just slice everyone up. That was really fun, but it was a bit overpowered, so it's sensible that this was changed. Okay, so we have a slumberling down there, which we need to be careful about. Okay, yeah. We're doing some damage, but things are a bit dicey. So we need to be real careful here. Just kill these things. Let's take a look at that. That's some more history. And we're going to equip this into our hand, because the iron short sword is better. See that? It took a lot of damage just from that snapjaw. Be careful about enemies getting lucky hits in. Only have 4 health now. Hope I can take you out quickly. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be longsword for main hand. Well, maybe we could do that as well. You're right. That actually makes sense. Let me see. Long blade. Gives you agility as well. You're right, because the jab just means offhand, and we would be able to get a lot of short blade attacks in as well. I was actually not thinking about that, but thank you, Bublican. We might actually do that. What do we have? We have an iron longsword. The steel short sword at the moment does the exact same thing, so I'm going to stick with that for the time being, because I'm going to start investing into short swords first. However, we might actually switch to longsword at a point. Okay, level 2. So we're going to do short blade. So we have short blade expertise, and we're probably going to do jab next. And let's go down. See, slumberling and stop moving. Night vision is pretty cool. Let me just say that. You know, being able to see underground. Oh, god damn it, Jesus. This is kind of a problem at this stage. Let's just... Okay, there we go. Oh god, yeah, and I'm dead. Obviously I'm dead. This was bound to happen. I should have just gone. You can't fight a boss group at this point. I'm going to replay the character again because that was so short, and having a boss group at the 2nd level is kind of gnarly, so yeah. Let's do this again. Embark for the Caves of Qud. I'm in search of work. Let's do this really quick. Yeah, it was, this was an entirely preventable death. The moment the boss came, that was not viable. Neat, 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 neat. Electro bow. Early electro bow is really good. So we're going to equip that. It even has a cell in it. So, steel longsword, steel vine reaper. So we're going to put the short sword here. So how about we already start out with that? Why not, right? Longsword, short sword. Everything else seems to be in order. We have 3 salve injectors, that's kind of good. Copper nuggets, okay, that's fine. So, get rid of the torches, dagger, vine reaper. Let's not use the capacitor for now. Let's get lead slugs. And a left-hand skull cap. I would actually kind of want that. You know what? Let's get that thing. There's a carbide short sword here, but we're not going to be able to afford that, so it's fine. Okay. Yeah. So let's equip that, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Taser Museum. That sounds cool. Where's that? It's north. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the thing where I'm just going to pick up everything that the Snapjaws drop at the start and just sell a bunch of that to have a bit more water, you know, running around with just around 30 water is not. That's a rough start with the brute. And I'm dead. Okay, let's try that again. This is a kind of a... Maybe we actually do the fish killing at the start. Yeah. It's a bit more difficult, but it's fine. It is fine. We're gonna be able to make this work. Warden Indrik says gra. Okay. We're going to switch back to Esper soon, if I can't make this work. So no, we don't need that glow sphere. Oops, let's do this again. Sorry, there's a lot of Jopper in this stream, but such it goes. So yeah, I think it makes sense. Unfortunately, we don't have the awesome start now. That was actually pretty sweet to have the Electro Bow and the Elastine Skullcap. But yeah, you know, things are the way they are. Oops. Using Auto Explore was kind of stupid here. Okay, staff, no, okay. Can maybe they have another long sword or short sword, so we can actually, let's see. No, not really, just a dagger. Okay, fine. The Boreskin gloves we're going to keep. To sell that. Going to sell the torches. Going to sell that. Whoops. Phone said, hey, do an update. And chat went away. That's fun. Okay. Chat is back. Okay, so this is good, this is good. Trade complete. Forgot about the lead slugs. Alright. So we're going to equip. What did I want to equip? Hands, indeed. Boreskin gloves. Here we go. Alright, so that's the historic site. It's near the Rust Wells. I always like when that happens, because that means we're going to do an early exploration. Let's do the Knick-Knack quest, and I'm just going to go north, and we're going to do the rather slow thing of killing a bunch of fish and nonsense. But if that's how it needs to work, this is how it needs to work. We do need a few level ups before we can... Come on. Before we actually... Otherwise the underground thing is going to be a bit too dangerous. So let's try to get to maybe level 3, and then we're going to go back to Joppa and go down. That should be fine. Rusty Watervine Marsh. Zip. Okay, there's a croc. I'm a bit wary of that. Let's see. Nah, that's fine. Okay. Let's not run into a kudzu just now. Oops, there's another fishy. Boom. This takes a while, but it's fine. Okay, there's snapjaws here. Yeah. Took a decent hit there. Leather armor, sturdy black robes. No, nothing. Nothing here. Okay. Yes, level 2. Alright, so let's do this again. We're going to start with short blade. Leather armor, iron mace. Just going to pick up the weapons so we can sell them. Another crocodile, that's neat. Gives us a good amount of experience. Hey, there's an underground stair. Not going to take that one. Underground is scary for now, especially with this character. Okay, now we're going to be level 3 soon, and then we're going to go back to Joppa and make this work. Anything else here? No. Ah, there's a bunch of fishies here, so that's gonna be alright. Okay, and a croc, neat, and we're level 3. Awesome. Alright, okay, so we are at this point, yes, so I think I'm actually going to go with Bloodletter first, because we don't have a second short sword at this point. Let's go down here, and let's go down again. Let's try this. Since we have 20 toughness, we're actually getting a decent amount of health from level ups right now. So let's be careful and not get our heads bashed in with those rocks from the baboons. Okay, that worked. There's a bunch of snapjaws there. Rest up. Continue. The goats and baboons don't like each other. Let's just collect this stuff for selling. Iron dagger, here we go. Let's put that here. So yeah, we're starting out with just short swords, but once we find a decent longsword, maybe steel, I'm going to switch to longsword in main hand. And yeah, so we can actually do the stance stuff, especially the agility stances, while also, I think that should work, right? While also your primary hand, so pointed circle and juke does not make any sense, but with the short blade you're wielding, so we can make use of rejoinder. Shank is an activated thing now. Melee attack with a short blade in your primary hand or offhand. If you hit, +2 penetration for each negative status effect your opponent suffers from. Neat. Okay, so we're going to get jab in your primary hand, so this is not gonna work. Yeah. Essentially what we're doing, we're going to get jab and rejoinder from short blade, and the rest is going to be here. So long blade proficiency. So we have lunge, dueling. So the defensive stance gives us a dodge value bonus, so that's neat. Aggressive stance. Maybe we can actually get strength up enough, but maybe not. But yeah, we're going to do a lot of defensive stance stuff. What does lunge do in defensive stance? Then lunge backwards 2 spaces. Since we're also going to shoot a bunch, as it makes sense for agility. Hey, Borderlands revolver, nice. Let's reload that. The Skulk injector and an iron longsword. Again, I'm probably going to switch to longswords once we find a steel one. At least a steel one, that is. For now. Because I think the steel shortsword and the iron longsword do the same amount of damage, yeah. Have the same penetration and damage values. Okay. So let's go down. You know what? Let's just pick up this stuff for selling. Leather cap. Did we have anything else here? No. So we're going to use the leather cap. A salve injector. That's a good find. Okay, and we have some special stuff here. We already have a panther's cloak, so we don't need the Womber news. And I think it does not sell for anything, essentially. So, okay, let's destroy that thing. Yes, indeed. Collect the iron dagger. Not because we need it, but, you know, in order to sell stuff. Okay, another shaft down, which we could take, because there's also going to be stairs down. It's fine. Oops, these could actually be a problem. They get... Ah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, getting a few initial level ups was probably a good idea. Before going down here. Okay, leather cap, staff, why not? It's a bunch of shafts, actually. And there's the stairs down. So yeah. Level 4, attribute points. We're going to put that into agility. Short blade, so we're going to do jab, so that we do more additional attacks with our offhand. You know what? Wait, what am I doing? Well, how much do we have? 6, okay. Well, we could actually already do the... Oh, wow, grabbed by a mimic? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Early mimic directly behind the door. And that was our death. There was actually nothing we could do. Okay, replay most recent character. I guess we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again. Because I do want to make this work, because I can see something working here. Again, we will have the dodge value problem, but still. Ah. You know. Okay. I think this is going to be the last time I'm going to start this character. So if we have an early death again, I'm going to go back to Esper. Flower Fairy says, oh wow, that's annoying. You mean getting killed by a nastily placed mimic? Indeed. Yeah. Well, you know. At some point you just start accepting the deaths that you can't do anything about. I don't know, a carbide short sword. Not going to be able to afford it though. So what do we have? Okay, we have 2 short swords. Like 2 steel short blades right now. That's neat. Let's get rid of that. Short bow. Okay, that's fine. Less slugs. Would like that carbide short sword. We cannot afford that yet. What we're going to do is we're going to do the snapjaw thing again. And just carry everything back. Maybe axes, yeah. I think I'm going to stick with long... I'm going to try the long sword, short sword thing for the time being. But again, once this character dies, we're going to switch back to Esper for now. And after that we're going to go back to melee, whatever that's gonna be. But I'm going to keep this kind of character in mind, because I think it would be fun to get this character to higher levels. That might just be a challenge though. Agility is difficult. Yeah, the agility focus is always problematic, but okay, so you can have that love injector and you can have that poison gas grenade, so we can already get our first level up before doing anything, which is always good. Let's do short blade. Alright. Okay, did we already get the thing? Yes, we did. So let's just try the same thing again. Because maybe this time we're lucky and we're not running into a fucking mimic directly behind a door. Long and short swords are not so productive. Yeah. Could be. I don't know. I thought about it. Yeah, maybe in the long run the stances don't matter that much. Could be. The thing is, like, even with axe, I'm not going to get far into the tree, probably. I don't know. I need to feel this out. Like, I'm not expecting a more for one hand and shield, yeah? No. Dueling stance. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. Dueling stance, intelligence. You get +2 to hit with long blades and short blades. That's neat. And we are getting +1 penetration, guaranteed to hit and penetrate at least once. So we have lunge and attempt to disarm them. Strength. Disarming, yeah. It could be cool. It could be cool. I think this could work. Problem is just to survive long enough to actually make it work. And survivability is kind of the issue. Well, let's see. I'm going to try the long and short sword thing. So right now we just have oops, there's ruins here. We're not going to go into the ruins, because there might be some stuff there. There might be some stuff there that we're not equipped to deal with. So, okay. Boom, boom. We're almost there. Oh, there's a crocodile. That's going to be enough. Here we go, level 3. Let's get the agility bonus to 4. And we have this. Let's get jab first. Next level up is probably going to be long blade proficiency, and then we're going to swap around with the first iron long blade that we can find. Something like that. Oops, yeah, you can't see the stairways right now, I know. Let's go down. Okay, let's see, I hope we're gonna be a bit luckier now. Iron Short, Norwal's Skull. That's gonna get equipped. Alright, beat a bracelet. Hey, another one. Nice. So we can actually afford a bunch of stuff. Wait, I did want to get that that carbide short sword, didn't I? Let's get everything. Iron longsword, there we go. So once we get our next level up and long blade proficiency, we're going to equip that. Okay, we're just going to pick everything up here, just to sell it. I hope this was this run, and not the last one. I always get confused when I have a lot of early deaths, because everything just starts to blur together. Staff, furs, yeah, why not? Like, these things do not have a good ratio of come on, kill that thing. Alright. Of weight to worth, but since we're going to sell this stuff immediately, it doesn't matter. Yeah, studded leather armor. Usually I would not pick this up at all, but okay, let's go back up. Let's talk to you. Hello. All this stuff. Let's keep in mind to keep the iron longsword. Buckler, okay. This, and there we go. I'm going to sell the other one too, just to get a bit more water. Okay, I'm essentially going to get rid of everything that we have. That's fine. Alright, so we have an iron long sword and a carbide short sword. Actually, probably makes more sense to... Nah. It's kind of weird since we have the better weapon in our offhand now, but it's fine. We make offhand strikes pretty often. And I don't have Longblade yet, indeed. So we're going to switch that around once we get that... No, what am I doing? So we're going to put the steel thing here, carbide here. And yeah, once we get Longblade, we're going to do it. We already have jab. Fine, fine, fine. Oops. Let's go down. Let's keep going down. And let's hope we get lucky this time. Hand axe. That's fine. We don't need to collect all this stuff now. Okay, there's a bear. I'm kind of scared of the bear. Let's try this. Okay, it worked. Alright, let's get a long blade. Aggressive stance, defensive stance. So, can already switch this around again. So, aggressive stance. Get higher penetration but less to hit. I think we're going to stick with the defensive stance for now. Yeah, let's just switch to defensive stance. Are we in defensive stance? Yeah, we are. So we have a bit higher dodge value now. We have a short sword in our offhand, so we can make use of jabbing. And yeah. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Destroy a few dread roots. Maybe we can pick up a few tubers from that. Already got one, so... Oh, let's collect that water skin. Why not? This was harvestable, but we don't have harvester yet, so... whatever. Let's just destroy them. Okay. This was a snapjaw killed by a young ivory. Do we already have boarskin gloves? No, we don't. So, let's equip that to get our armor value to 3. And let's go down. Hey, there's a beaded bracelet here. Good. That was another snapjaw killed by a young ivory. Okay, so we're just going to jump in here. Get that. Alright. Yeah, neat. Painted mask. Let's take a look at that. Oh, we found a historic site from that. That's cool. Could be anywhere though, so we're gonna see once we get back up. Yeah, having night vision is really cool. It just completely can just forget about light sources at that point, because we see as if it was day. For some reason the green tint is not there. Maybe I switched that off in the options or something like that. I don't know. There used to be a green tint for night vision, which made everything kind of rough to see, but I mean, it's fine. It's good, but we don't see that right now. There might actually be an argument for wearing leather armor over the vine-weave tunic. To go for higher... you know what? Fuck it. To go for higher armor value, because we will get dodge value. Everything was green before, yeah. I don't remember if you could turn that off in the options and I just did that, or if they just changed it. Haven't played with night vision in a long time. Did I pick up the torches? I did. Whatever. We're going to sell them at the next opportunity. Okay. Alright, let's go one further down, and now we're at the waterlogged tunnel. Just for the night vision gog. That makes sense. That actually does make sense. Oh dear, there's a ton of snappies here. Dear me. Usually you don't see all of them at once. I think that's kind of the thing. But yeah. Weird artifact. That's an electrified iron longsword. We cannot use that because we don't have a cell. But you know, it's fine. Let's not take any chances here. Okay. It's kind of weird to be able to see downstairs as if it was daylight. I need to actually get used to that a bit. Willowy leather armor. Yeah, there might be an argument to go for that. Nah, let's just stick with this.